Hey Lovies, welcome to my channel, Craft Away with May. I'm May. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by to see what I have going on today. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back to hang out with me. I appreciate you all so very much. On this channel, I love to do all things DIY and crafting. I love to do them on a budget. However, I do love to splurge at times, but no matter what I'm doing at the end of the day, I love to have fun while crafting. If that is something that interests you, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. Just know those comments are only desired and not required, just because I absolutely love to chat with you guys after each video. Chat and laugh with you guys. You guys tickle my soul with some of your comments and responses and things. I just love it, love it, love it. I do want to apologize for the last video. It was, the editing was just all over the place with that particular one, and I just dropped the ball on some parts of it. So thank you for your patience, and thank you to the lovely people that so graciously shared the outcome with me, and you guys were very respectful and polite about that, so I appreciate you guys. So what we're going to do, we're going to be working here with some of the Dollar Tree stove burners. I'm going to try not to call them wood burners because that's just what I keep referring to them as, and I have to keep redoing my voiceovers. So stove burners, SB, okay? So I'm taking one of these unfinished wood tags I got from Michael's, I believe. It was during the end of the season sale, so I think I only paid, I got 80% off of it, or 90%, somewhere around there. I did not pay full price, but I want to say the regular price was was it $2.99 or something? I don't remember, guys. I just did not pay full price. That's what we need to know right now. So as I was painting this, I was trying to go into the colors of the turquoise and the dark copper, but then it just started looking too beachy for me, very coastal looking. And so I was like, no, I need to bring this around to fall because I want the colors that are in the actual stove burner. I was trying to do a play on that without being the word I'm thinking is harsh, but I wanted to kind of blend. So anyway, so I decided to go in with some of the lime green, some of that Tuscan red, and just give it a distressing. And actually the colors underneath, they played very well with the top coats. Now this is a very unusual style of distressing for me, or a color combo for distressing. And it's just not my thing, but I think it worked. It was something I was experimenting, so I think it's okay for my first run with this color combo, y'all. So be gentle, okay? And then on the fence, I was gonna do the same thing. I'm like, no, May, you can't handle that. Your eyes can't handle that, so we need to tone it back a little bit. So I did go in and mix some of the Tuscan red and the dark copper underneath. Not heavy, just enough. And then I went over it with the green paint, so just really to blend it. And so now what you see that I'm doing, and I like that. I like the outcome of that. I should have did that for the whole thing. But nonetheless, this is where we were. Okay, so I just went in with some of my mixed adhesive and my hot glue. I do use Gorilla Hot Glue, and I just put that at the top of the tag. Now, I should have put the string back in, the hanging string that it came with. I should have put that back in first, but I wasn't thinking. You guys know my overnight shenanigans when I'm doing my crafting, but nonetheless, I was able to make that work. But here with the fence, I wanted to give it some more of that whole, fall feel. So I'm going in with some raffia, and literally I just laid it across, put some through the little openings. It was no rhyme, no reason. It did not have to be perfect because hay and grass, none of that stuff is perfect. So we're gonna just live in our imperfect world, and this is what we're gonna do with this. So I did decide that it needed a little bit more lift because I am going to be adding in some maple leaves there. So I'm just taking one of the already colored tower tumbling blocks and just using that to create that lift. And also because when I added in the raffia, it did create, give it a little create not height but more gapping in between the board and the fence. So I needed something to kind of offset that to make it more balanced, and that's where we end up here. Now these are the fences I did get from Dollar Tree. I just cut one in half, not really in half. I used 3 out of the 5 that's there, just to make a full coverage for this tag. And then this is where I'm going in with some of these maple leaves, and I am obsessed with this color of maple leaves. I got these from Hobby Lobby. It's taking everything in my soul, guys, to not go back and get some more. some more. They're just so beautiful, and I just like the look of them. They look like leather, but they are totally some fake material. I don't know, polyester, I guess. I don't know, but they look gorgeous, guys. Like, my camera is not doing it justice, but I did decide to go in with a blend of the maple leaves, some that I got from Walmart. And all I'm doing is covering the back part, or not the back part, the bottom part of the stove burner, because it had like wine bottles and, you know, picnic baskets, things like that. So again, I wanted this to be more fall. And so what I'm doing is, once I put those in, I just go in, as you see, with one of the bows from Dollar Tree, add that in there, and I think this tied it around. I think this is what made it come back around to fall, because I really felt like I was going Christmas with this one. And I'm taking some of these clear stickers that I got from Hobby Lobby. They have pumpkins on them, little sayings, so I'm just kind of putting the pumpkins around. I think I put a couple on the back of the truck just to give it that like pumpkin patch farmhouse feel. Yeah, that's the whole thing. I bet y'all didn't know about that. But there it is, guys. I have to say, it came out really nice. Now, I was on the fence also about covering the outside of it, but that white, I think, is what helped to break up all that color I had going on there. But I like it just like that, and I wanted it to be known that it is a stove burner cover. I know it sounds weird, but I wanted that to be like, yeah, this is what we did with this. All right, so now I'm taking this 12 by 12 shadow box. I know it's not a shadow box, frame, whatever you want to call it, wood piece, wood box, wood whatever. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's a 12 by 12, and I got this beautiful fabric from Hobby Lobby. I've been trying to hold out with Dollar Tree to see if I was going to get any of the beautiful fall fabric, and I haven't really got anything that I really liked of what I've been seeing people use. So when I went into Hobby Lobby, they were having a 40% off on their fall fabric. So I was like, hey, this is a beautiful, vibrant piece of material. I can definitely do something with this. And so I just cut that down, y'all. It looked like I knew what I was doing, huh? Because I had traced it out and everything, but you know the measurements were all wrong. Y'all know that. We all know it. So I had to go back and do it like 3 times, guys, just so y'all know. But yeah. And so what you see I'm doing here is what I want from this fabric. I know it looks like I'm being really aggressive with it, but I am not hurting the fabric, guys. I'm just creating a frayed look because I am going to be decoupaging it onto that wood piece. Now, I did the outline on that with that turquoise color, and I really wish my camera could pick up the little shine, the shimmer it gives. It's so beautiful to me. Oh, it's so gorgeous. And it ties in perfect with this cloth. And so the bottom of that was underneath the cloth. I did not paint it white. I didn't want it white. I wanted to stay the natural state because of the material. The material against that board is almost an exact match, and I wanted to stay that way. And I do kind of wish I frayed it a little bit more, but you know, it works for what we were trying to accomplish today. And so I'm just giving it heavy doses of Mod Podge, not like too aggressive, but just enough to seep into that fabric. And the fabric did get crinkled up, but what you see I'm doing there is just kind of smoothing it out with my fingers, like really pressing down, and that removed a lot of the wrinkles. And that's the good part about working like with rice paper and cloth and stuff like that. It's more forgiving than napkins or tissue paper, so it's okay. So here I feel like I probably should have used the smaller stove burner here, because you couldn't really see the fabric how I envisioned it, but you could still see hints of it, which I was okay with, you know. And again, this is me testing the waters. I've never did anything like this using stove burners, so it's all trial and error, all learning and love, right? That's the beauty of crafting, as many say. You know, if you don't make mistakes, then you know, how will you ever know, right? So anyway, so I counted these pumpkins. I painted these pumpkins off camera. I used the Tuscan red and the dark copper, and I went in and I just was wiping some of that Tuscan red down because it was really, really dark, and I wanted to kind of blend with that outside part of the stove burner. But ultimately, they kind of end up looking the same color, guys. Like, it was really weird to me. But I did go and do some distressing on them because when I laid them out, you couldn't really tell that they were there. As big as they are against that stove burner, I'm like, I need to feel that they're there. And so I was like, all right, we're gonna lighten these things up. So I went in with some, it's called Hazy Moon by Folk Art, and it's really pretty. It's right up there with that Pale Moon from Arts Mine. Like, I was like, this is a pretty color for it to be just like a basic off-white type of, like, it's almost like a vanilla color. That's like vanilla ice cream. That's the only thing I can think of. Or the color wood. Like, it was really a nice color, but it's a, I don't know why I'm drawn to it. I guess, I don't know. I don't have any explanation for that part, but it was really nice. It's nice, thick paint. Anyway, so here I'm just going in with some more raffia, and I'm just laying it out, and then I'm strategically putting some little pieces on the pumpkins, just because I want to make sure I hide any gaps, and then also I just wanted that, you know, ununiform look. And so next I'm taking these wood cutouts that say gather, and these came out, at least in my stores, around last year sometime, and I think it was like love, gather, home, family. I think those were the ones. I could be wrong, but this one, I was like, you know what, I think this will fit here, and I wasn't 100% sure, but sure enough, it fit right to the edge almost. I did have to spread them out a little bit, but nonetheless it worked perfectly here, and I really like the fact that it did that play on a fence, like, you know, uneven fence. That's what I saw, guys. I don't know if that's really what it is. I don't know if it's supposed to be houses, but I just saw this uneven gate or fence. That's what I saw, okay? And I painted that in the same turquoise color, and I was wanting to distress it, but I was like, no, we're gonna leave this one as is, man. And there you have it. And so then I'm adding in some more of those clear stickers, and I do add in some more embellishments off camera, because once I stepped away, and this is one of the things I'll say too, I don't know about you guys, when I'm crafting something, if I feel a certain way about it, I'll walk away and I'll come back, because I don't know, it just, I guess once your eyes change up the scenery, it sees something different. I don't know, I can explain it. All right, so that's what I did, y'all. All right, so right here I have another one of the stove burners, and I have this cardboard, and this is pretty self-explanatory, guys. So all I did was take a piece of cardboard, one of the floral foam rings, the green ones, and it fit snug into this this stove burner. I think this was a larger one, I think it was, and it fit perfectly in there. So I did glue it down with some of my heavier adhesive and hot glue. It is sturdy as all get out. And then I have this wreath cutout that I ordered on Amazon, guys. So let me tell y'all about this, okay? So I was looking for that because I wanted the flat, like, it's like the MDF ones, you know, like that. And I wanted those, and so when I saw these, it was like really inexpensive. I'm like, wow, that's a good deal. And normally I'm all about going to read the details, whatever, to see, you know, the dimensions and all that stuff. And I clearly remember doing that, but somewhere along the way, I missed that it said cardboard. So when I got them, I was like, oh, these are nice. Like, they're perfectly cut and everything. I opened up that bag, and it was cardboard, y'all. I paid for cardboard. Yes, I did. Judge me if y'all will, but I would never judge you guys. But yeah, made me feel some type of way. But nonetheless, I was like, okay, I got these things. What am I do with them, right? Because I was like, I could send them back, but I'm like, I'll find something to do with them. So anyway, so as I was thinking about this, I was like, oh, it would be cute to sit this on there, and everything lined up perfectly. That was like the coolest part about everything. Like, it all lined up perfectly. Now this here, I was actually kind of testing out something that I'm going to be collabing with a couple of ladies on at the end of the week, trying to test out the waters here. And so it was looking a little iffy, a little wild for my taste, but I think it came out okay. I do really think it is pretty. I like the colors of it, and it's very simple, but I think the adding of the blue flowers and things, like, I'm not a flower arranger, guys. I told you that. Like, I just kind of go with it, and it was all self-explanatory what I did there, guys, but y'all gotta let me know, because I don't even know what to call this. I don't know if we call it a wreath, a door hanger. I don't know what we call it. It's just a maze creation. I don't know, but I kept going. I made my little May bow, adding in some pumpkins. I did add in some nautical rope, just because I don't know, I felt like it needed that element there. and I'm not sure why, but my mind just kept saying, put the nautical rope, put the nautical rope, it needs to be there. So that's what I did. But in the end, I mean, it's not like horrible. It, you know, it's just, it's, you know, it was something interesting to try, and I do like it. Honestly, I like it. It's just not, I guess, really my style of crafting. I think it's what's kind of throwing me off. All of this today is not really my norm. I shouldn't say my style, it's not my norm, okay, because it was my style. I put what I wanted on there, and that was my style. I don't know, y'all, but we thankful and blessed, aren't we? Yes, we are. We are thankful and blessed to be here. All right, so this is a smaller one, almost the same concept, but I am going to use jute rope on it, and this one fits snug as a bug in there as well. Like the bigger one, it just sat on the outer side, so I was able to glue it. This one just snuck, was able to stick right in the middle of it, and it almost had like a plate look to it. So I was like, oh, this would be really cool as a hack to use this as a, like, a display bowl, like, you know, to put your little knickknacks and whatnots in. But I'm just wanting it as a wall hanging piece, and so all I'm doing is going around with that jute rope, and it took about, I'll say 1 3/4 of the rope, maybe a little bit less, but that's as far as I got with the first one. And I'm like, it gave almost full coverage there, not like full coverage, but it got pretty close, guys. So all I'm doing is just going around, nothing special. You guys can totally see what I'm doing here, and just lining it up together. And I did leave on one of them the little plastic wrapping, because you really couldn't tell unless you were really looking for it. But I am going to cover it up. So this was as far as my thought process had got, guys, when I was thinking about doing this, just so y'all know. So this is where my brain stopped, and it's like, okay, May, what we're going to do next? So I was like, well, let's put a hanger on it. So that's what we're doing. We're going to put a hanger on it. Now, I did think about covering it up, but because it does have a lip there, if you choose to recreate this and you don't want to put a hanger, you will have that as an alternative, where you could just lay it flush with the wall. Now, your nail or whatever type of hanger you have will have to come out a little bit. So just know that part. But I thought that was super cool. And I added the rope to it, which I really think the rope added a little bit of something else. And I didn't even hang it in the final reveal. I just kind of leaned it in my my display spot. But that was just me being May, y'all. That's what I do. And I'm just attaching it with some hot glue. It does have a little weight to it, but I think the hot glue will be sufficient to hold it. I don't anticipate it, you know, it falling. But again, if it does, easy fix. So like I said, I kept it uncovered, and this is where I probably should have just stopped, guys. But I did, y'all know me, y'all know, I kept going. So I have one of these pumpkins left over from another project that I didn't use. I used a clear sticker, a sunflower, and just a thankful on there, I think, and I put that on there. Now, I think that was what was throwing me off. The colors are not exactly the same, so I think that was kind of what's throwing me off. And then that sunflower looked like an eye. So, but this is where I landed. I thought I had more of these sunflowers that I had got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm sure I probably do. I just can't find them right now. So I'm thinking I may go back and just go around this all the way with sunflowers. I really like the look of that, and take that pumpkin off, because the pumpkin is really, it's messing with my mind, y'all. It is. But I think that's what I'm gonna go back and do. And I was still trying to go. See, and I was like, no, I gotta go. Stop. And here is the final reveal, guys. So you have to let me know, how do you guys feel about this? Like I said, this was something different. It was a challenge for myself, and I think I stepped up to the plate. I think I delivered some pretty decent looking crafts today. Let me know, is this something you would even try? How do you feel about it? You know, what could I have done different? Or if you just didn't like it, you guys know I'm open to that too. Just be nice about it. That's all I ask. I'm nice to you, be nice to me. You know, we're gonna all show each other a little love and respect around here, which you guys always do. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming back to ride with me, guys. Always you guys make my heart smile. Everything, every time you guys leave a comment, or you guys just leave a little joke, a little funny something, I love it. You know, anybody that can match my shenanigans, I am always available for it, and I love you guys so much. So with all that being said, lovies, if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. And just know that those comments are always desired and not required. And you guys already know why. And it's all free, guys. It's absolutely free. It would help my channel out so much. I appreciate the people that have shared the video. I do get weekly updates on those. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Like I always say, like when I started this journey, I never knew where it was going to take me. You know, I just prayed and asked God to, you know, just be that light, you know, and show me the way. And this is where I am. And look at the people I've gotten to meet along the way. You guys are just beautiful souls. I have not had one bad experience with any of my subscribers. You know, people have given their feedback, which I welcome. That's how I learn. That's how I grow. That's how we all learn and grow. So with that and with love, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. So be safe, be kind, and happy crafting your days away. Okay, and always remember, fall in love every day, lovies. Every day you have an opportunity to open your eyes. Is an opportunity to fall in love with at least one something that day. So find the good, the joy, the peace, the happy, and everything you see, say, do, or touch. Know that that joy and peace is there waiting for you. And don't allow anyone to steal your joy. Ever. They are not entitled to your joy. You hold on to it because that's your peace, and it's yours to have and not theirs. So, XOXO. Bye, lovies.